check back here. Maybe? Ah. I found it.
Very clever, Mother. Very clever. I've never been in those tunnels before, but I'd bet they'd run right under the courtyard and into the tower ruins. Well, at least we're getting closer. Let's go.
Away!
I've never even seen this part of the castle before. Be careful. I don't know what might be around.
This castle's pretty intense. All kinds of hidden rooms. Wish I had a castle like that. That thing is gonna come alive. I can already tell. Aha! I was right. You are too. But not anymore. So are you. Picking them off before they can do anything. Now they're waking up. Good thing I already killed like most of them.
Knew I heard something.
Alright. Not too shabby. Not at all. Is that gargoyle gonna come alive? I bet you it will. Yep. Screw you, buddy.
I knew I heard something.
He's taking a lot of damage.
Done.
Can't even get close. Grab a save.
Who's there?
Oh, jeez.
Done.
Never thought I would like archery so much. Got some cool fireplaces. It's like one of those ones you can snap your fingers and it turns on. I hear something. Oh, jeez. Should have known. Alright, it's about time to go into vampire lord form.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
Just tear it up.
Who's there?
Come on, buddy. take over this guy? Nope. This blast is not that strong. Now it's not even doing damage. Too powerful. Turn back. That's gonna come alive. Maybe not. I'm surprised. Hello? Oh. What was that? I'm pulling your chain, man. Oh God, get him! Smack him around a little bit. Gotta build up my armor some. Always a good decision. Alright, well that did something. Can I just jump? There was something else back up here, I'm sure. Pick this door. Yep, almost. Come on. I hate lockpicking so much. Never seem to get it right. Not totally sure what that switch did. Something. I want to close it.
Who's there?
That's what did it. Open this gate. Come here. Whoop! Gargoyles are menacing. Heal up. Before proceeding. Not even gonna try. Sniped! Oh!
Who's
Oh!
there?
A lot of skeletons.
That'll teach you. Who's there? Done and done.
All right.
We're getting close. I'm sure of it.
I would think so. Come a long way.
We're getting close. I'm sure of it.
Anybody home? No? Alright. It's fine by me. Got a bunch of gargoyles here. Let's get ready.
Where'd you come from?
Took him out. Damn. They're just normal gargoyles. They're not the big tough ones. What's that?
Who's there?
Sentinel. Oh dang. Oh wait, that's the one we're controlling. Back up a little bit here. Haha, run around the table. Time for me to build up my healing towers.
I don't think we've reached the top yet. I bet there's some kind of secret passage around here.
I need to rest for a moment. I feel like there's a secret here. Can't do anything to you. Maybe if I pick up the logs? Okay, so apparently there's a little secret switch back here somewhere. Here we go.
Leave it to my mother. Always smarter.
Never would have guessed that. Thought I heard something. What have we here? Lots of ingredients. I can take that.
Look at this place. This has to be it. I knew she was deep in necromancy. I mean, she taught me everything I know. But I had no idea she had a setup like this. Look at all this. She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing? I'm not sure about this circle, but it's obviously something. Let's take a look around. There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone.
What exactly are we looking for?
My mother was meticulous about her research. If we can find her notes, there might be some hints in there.
Any clues about the other Elder Scroll?
Dexian said something about that scroll. What was it? Something to do with dragons, I think. Maybe we should try asking at the College of Winterhold. Sounds like something they'd know about.
Your mother maintained quite a laboratory.
I had no idea her laboratory even existed. She had an alchemy set up in her drawing room, but nothing that even comes close to what's here.
What did she research?
Looking at the equipment and materials, it looks like she was trying to advance her necromancy.
To what end?
I don't know. Certainly not longevity. Kind of a waste of time for a vampire.
Did your mother keep gargoyles here? Oh, well, that's kind of an obvious question.
Not that I ever saw. My mother had a bit of a thing for magical constructs. Not what you're thinking. She just found them fascinating.
Were you always a vampire?
That's a long story.
Alright, spare me the details for now.
The short version is that my parents and I... we were followers of Molag Bal.
The Daedric princes disgust me.
I know, but just... Anyway, Molag Bal is the original source of vampirism, and still grants it to his more worthy followers. This isn't that watered-down child's power that you simply contract from another vampire. We're pure-blood creations of original vampires. We earned this. I remember she used to keep a small journal. See if you can dig it up.
Poke around and take all this loot first. Plenty of good things to gather. Lots of soul gems. Shards. Gonna be making some potions today. All sorts of stuff. I see some books down there, so let's go check those out. Alright, here's the journal that we need.
Any luck yet?
I found your mother's notes.
You did? Let me see them.
What's the soul cairn that she mentions?
I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems. That the souls inside of them don't just vanish when they're used. They end up in the soul cairn.
Why did she care where you souls went?
The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. Necromancers send them souls and receive powers of their own in return. My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to the soul cairn itself.
If she made it there, we'll find her.
That circle in the center of the room is definitely some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us safe passage into the soul cairn.
What do we need?
A handful of soul gem shards, some finely ground bone meal, a good bit of purified void salts. Ah, damn it.
What's wrong?
We're also going to need a sample of her blood, which, if we could get that, we wouldn't even be trying to do this in the first place.
You share her blood.
Not bad. We'd better hope that's good enough. Mistakes with these kind of portals can be gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started.
I already found all of the ingredients.
Oh, good. Well then, let's head over to the portal vessel and I'll do the rest.
Good thing I looted everything prior.
Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood.
I'm ready.
Okay, here goes. By the blood of my ancestors. Created the portal in the soul. Incredible.
Hell yeah. I want to go to the soul cairn. Let's go. Ooh. I'll take some of these. This is pretty cool. Have weapons at the ready.
One moment I'm raising a sword against that necromancer. The next moment I found myself here. What happened?
I don't
I've
know.
heard stories about the soul cairn, but never thought I'd see it myself. So far, it's about what I imagined.
This is very interesting.
What a horrible place.
I like it.
Where'd you come from?
We got bad guys. Bone Man! I like their name. The Bone Man. Any more Bone Men? No? Alright. Good. Just gotta keep moving. This is a pretty vast place. Huh. We got more bone men! Come here. Very good. Almost there. I'm being shot at by somebody. Let's just keep running.
Mother? Mother!
It can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to complete the prophecy our way, not his.
Wait a moment. You brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire of mixed blood is in the company of my daughter?
I've been keeping her safe.
Safe? You call bringing her here safe? Has she explained nothing to you? Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's why I'm here for the Elder Scroll.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
How does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
The tyranny of the sun requires Serana's blood?
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
Are you saying Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I would never allow that to happen.
And how exactly do you plan on completing the prophecy without the death of my daughter?
I'll need your help.
Have you been listening to me? Like Serana, I'm a pure-blooded vampire. My presence on Tamriel is as much of a danger as hers.
And Serana's opinion in this?
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. You see the tyranny of the sun as your chance at deification. And like Harkon, you won't hesitate to destroy anything that stands in your path.
Serana believes in me. Why don't you?
Serana? This stranger may call himself a vampire, but he knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to him?
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
If you only open your eyes, the moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you too. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serrano. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serrana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Do you have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do we need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
We'll return soon.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him.
Oh, lovely.
The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
Okay. Why haven't you pursued the prophecy?
Harkon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition.
What sort of attention?
If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated.
So you prefer living in the shadows?
I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future.
If I leave the Soul Cairn, can I safely return?
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
Good. How did you become imprisoned here?
When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place.
What was the bargain?
I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they crave. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
They tricked you.
The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
You became trapped.
Unfortunately, yes. Since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
You've been imprisoned here for all this time?
Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game, each watching the other to see which will give in.
Who are the Ideal Masters?
I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the Soul Cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance.
What do they resemble?
Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the Soul Cairn. I believe there's more to it than that.
How so?
I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence.
And the crystals?
Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims.
Why would they require sustenance?
The ideal master's weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the soul cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining with them.
What do the masters provide in return?
The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the ideal masters wind up here as harvested souls.
That was a nice conversation.
Be careful, and keep my daughters safe.
Alright guys, well I will see you in the next one. Peace.